Residential Report Writing and Case Studies, Chapter 4, the Uniform Residential Appraisal Report, page 27, URAR, page 2, Sales Comparison Analysis section, continued. There's the location section. Across from it, you can actually put something in the subject line, and you put a description if you want in the subject. The comps 1 through 3, you can put stuff in, and you put a description in the first box and an adjustment, a positive or negative, in the one after. Going down the line, you got leasehold / fee simple, and then you can go to the first one for the subject and enter that in, and then down the line you do the same thing. First one, description, and then either a positive or negative adjustment all the way down the line. Underneath that is the site feature. In the first one, you can enter something in the subject box, and then the same thing down the line. You put it in the description, positive or negative adjustment all the way down. The next feature is view. You can enter something in for the subject, and then down the line, same thing. You put in for the description, positive or negative adjustment for comps 1 through 3. The next feature is design style. You can enter it in for the subject, and then you can enter a description in for the subject, and then for comps 1 through 3, same thing. Enter in the description and a positive or negative adjustment, making it as similar as you can to the subject. Quality construction for the feature. Next feature, you can enter it in for the subject, and then go down the line, enter in a description and a positive or negative adjustment for your comps 1 through 3. The next feature box is quality of construction. Enter it in for the subject, same thing all the way down with your comps, adjusting, putting in the description and adjusting. Actual age feature. You enter it in for the subject, enter the descriptions for the comparables and positive or negative adjustments. The condition feature. Enter it in for the subject, same thing down the line, comps 1 through 3, enter the description and the positive or negative adjustment. Underneath that is a 3-question box for a feature. It's above grade, room count, and gross living area. All of them one above the other. For the subject, you enter in the total something, I think it says bedrooms, baths, and the gross living area square footage. And then you go down the line with your comps. And actually before that, oh yeah, wait. No, that is for the subject, right? And then for your comparables, you have that same exact box, but next to it you have your positive and negative adjustments. So to make it like subject. Underneath that, the next feature is basement and finished rooms below grade. For the subject, you just have a big empty box, and then down the line, same thing. You'll have a description and then a positive or negative adjustment all the way down for your comps 1 through 3. Your next feature is, and this is all in the sales comparison approach, you have the functional utility feature. You have a box for your subject, and then the same thing down the line, description, positive or negative adjustments for all 3 comps. The next feature is the heating/cooling. You enter in what you had for your subject, all the way down, description, positive, negative for your comps. Your next feature is energy efficient items. You enter in what you had for your subject, if any, and then same thing all the way down, description, positive, negative adjustment for your comps 1 through 3. Your next feature is garage/carport. Enter in what the subject had. There's always a box, I guess, next to that that's going to be for your adjustments, which is going to be done automatically for you after you've entered in what the comps, descriptions, and percentage of adjustments are. I believe it does the adjustment for you. I'll ask that maybe tomorrow. Underneath that, the next feature is porch, patio, deck. There's an empty one for the subject. The next one next to it is probably going to be your adjustment that's going to be made for you. And this go down the line, description and adjustment percentage for your comps. After that, there's 3 empty boxes, 3 empty feature boxes, probably for something other. And then same thing probably down the line for your comps. I'm assuming that's what that's for. Then there's the net adjustment total feature. That's an empty box. It's a dark shaded box for the subject. But for the comps, there's 2 boxes. It's a plus box and a negative box. And then the one next to that is a dollar amount box, all the way down the line for all 3 comps. And the last feature is adjusted sale price of comparables. For the subject, it's another dark box. And for your comps, the first box is net adjustment percentage, and underneath that is gross adjustment percentage, and it shows a big dollar one for the next box of the grid, all the way down for all 3. And that was that section. In the valuation of single-family residential properties, the sales comparison approach is often considered to be the most meaningful approach because it relies on information taken directly from the marketplace. This approach uses similar properties that were sold to typically motivated buyers by typically motivated sellers. The sale prices of these similar properties would tend to establish what the market would be willing to pay for a subject property. This approach to value is a critical part of the valuation process for single-family appraisals made for mortgage lending purposes. It will provide the client with the market trends and documentation necessary for their decision-making process. The principle of contribution is often associated with the sales comparison approach to value. The market is used to determine the typical buyer's reaction to an improvement in terms of value, regardless of the improvement's actual cost. Cost does not automatically equate to value most of the time.